Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 111 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, well, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught at the 1. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Man open. That's Byron Pringle complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll go down at the 28.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now Chubb running right. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go play action now. Lawrence
eluding the pressure and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open hole.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line. On second down, here's Taylor. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jared Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield now. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. And quickly they get to the line. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Taylor's throw taken in by Chark. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now it's Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jared Cook. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A first down throw for Mayfield. Pressure comes and down he goes. Devon Hamilton in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Third and long for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here...
Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's pulled in at the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Following the interception, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Again, he's got that man Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mayfield to throw it. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Oh, Taylor going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all
day. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 21 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. To throw is Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. After the interception, here's Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack on first down, Taylor. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Play action, it's Taylor. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games.
You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And the Jags get to him. It's down he goes.
Devon Hamilton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
6-0 our score after 1.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Taylor. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. Now Taylor. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Taylor going to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They go play action with Taylor. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 10.
Cousins to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on first down. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought
it got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake. Here's Taylor.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, Cook. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 24. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this one is right through. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Taylor on first down.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings head out to take over once again.
LOL, emoji cool smile.
4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack, Cousins. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor. They're bringing it in right side here. Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Cousins now. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jags, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road.